Good morning, YouTubers. I've hung two of these Home Decorator Collection shades, and they're very easy, but I'm going to tell you something. They're not too easy. So I'm going to try to show you a couple things that I've learned previously so we can hang this one perfect. The other ones are fine, but they're not perfect. So by the numbers, the first thing you got to get right is this corner, this edge is rounded. And then after that's rounded, let's find a picture of it. After it's rounded, you got to clip this thing on the front of it, this decorative piece. And you don't need it, but I like it. So I think you would too. So that being said, it sets the front, you know. In other words, if you want the front of the shade at the front of the window, you gotta really be gentle, precise on where you want the mounting brackets. So the curvy part goes down. So yeah, it really makes a difference where your placement is on that bracket there. So I'm going to set mine all the way in the back, but all the way in the back on this frame, you know, right here on this frame, the frame is about flush with this mechanical right here. So I want to be a little bit away from, you know, you can only go so far back. So that's my goal first. And then the second goal, I guess I'll get into that later. It's something about how to set the bottom. Not only that it rests on the seal, but that the angle matches where the blind angle is. Because they can all be like this, and you can mess up and get this one flat and think you're right, and then you get these flat and this one. So we'll go over both of those little things. All right, they want this. It's gravity fed, so bring it up. It's weight fed, I guess I should rightfully say, is string has got caught in the middle. All right. So the weight of this bar keeps it down. raise the bar and these things go up as they're doing now. So I want this, of course, right at the bottom of the windowsill. Say just a little bit lower, say, and level. So that looks about good. And then they want you to cut these 2 inches below the bottom of here. Cut these strings 2 inches below. I'm gonna guess 2 inches. What you need to know when you're cutting these is that they'll have to duck back in and get in that hole. So they have to be long enough to get up in that hole. And there's plenty of room for it, so 3 inches is just as good as 2. I am going to go a little longer just because there's room. This is very tedious. This ain't my cup of tea, but it has to be done. So we'll do it. So let's start with this center one. Let me read the directions real quick, make sure. Okay, hindsight instructions. Anybody can install these, but I'm going to tell you very few people are going to do them right. Right would include this. This adjustment here, the blinds go up and down. The bottom piece is also supposed to go up and down, right with the blinds. There's level. Pull it out all the way. I want it to be a little lower so that when you push it in, you know, it's sitting on the bottom. So I got that right. Here's what I wanted to show you. Up real close, see that string under the slat? That supports it, of course. It rests on it. There's also a string that I cut out at the top of this one right here. So hopefully you can see it right there. I shouldn't have cut it out, and that string should be on the top, but I cut it out and it's hard to line up. But that's where you set your distance between here and what you poke up in the hole. Because what you poke up in the hole, and that's the other thing, is see those 2 little notches where the string's coming out? I guess that's got to line up. And I pulled it out. It's very difficult to adjust it. I pulled it out. You can't push it in, but you can pull it out a little bit. And also, a few weeks ago when I was putting another one in, I actually broke one of these, putting a screwdriver under it. You know, I took it out of the factory box, put a screwdriver under it, and it broke. So you have to really easily, all 4 sides, take them out just a little bit until they pop out. But anyway, I'm I've got to be satisfied with it because I can't take it back. If anything, I've damaged it. It came to me perfect. So it is what it is. Would I recommend these blinds? No. They're way too expensive and they're way too tedious. And like I said, yeah, okay, anybody can install them. But come on, Home Decorations Collection. There's got to be an easier way. Oh, FYI, they're gravity fed like this, where you just lift it up and down. Remember they used to have a string where you could just pull the string and go up? Well, that was, so they say, endangering babies. So they've improved. So, all right, well, there they are. The sunshine is right outside this window, so I had to put that blind in there.